Welcome to the Legion Basic Raid Prep series by LOS Gaming. Today in our line of sight is Ursoc. The soul of this wild god has been slumbering in the Emerald Dream since his death. With the return of the Burning Legion, Xavius saw an opportunity to ensnare this mighty guardian. Ursoc has succumbed to the nightmare, and it's our responsibility to free him of it.
Ursoc is the Emerald Nightmare DPS check. You will only have 5 minutes until he berserks and wipes the raid.
Rend Flesh and Overwhelm are the two debuffs tanks will need to juggle during this encounter. The tank rotation consists of Tank A being the primary target and receiving the Overwhelm debuff, while Tank B watches for Rend Flesh casts, taunting before the cast finishes. At 2 Overwhelm stacks, the roles reverse. Tank B will taunt as the Rend Flesh debuff falls off and will now be the primary tank receiving the Overwhelm debuff, while Tank A taunts for Rend Flesh. Whoever is the primary tank will always need to taunt back immediately after the Rend Flesh goes off. This pattern will repeat for the entire fight. If one tank ends up with both debuffs, it's most likely not going to end well.
Have your raid stack up just behind the tanks. Ursoc will focus his gaze on a random raid member and after 6 seconds will charge them. Have the target run to the center of the area. The damage they take is reduced the farther away they are from Ursoc when the charge begins.
Each time he charges, Ursoc will also do raid-wide damage, which is reduced by each player the charge hits. When you intercept a charge, you will receive a debuff, which will increase the damage of future charges. To deal with this, split your raid into 2 groups and take turns taking the charge. Simply step into Ursoc's hitbox when it's your turn to soak.
Roaring Cacophony will do a large amount of damage split between everyone within 25 yards. Each time he roars, he will leave behind a nightmarish image of himself. A huge purple pool will form around those images. Move as a group to the edge of the pool and stop.
This will cause future pools to overlap, maximizing the area you have to work with. Ursoc will roar twice back to back, so be ready for the second one. Each subsequent roar will do 10% more damage, so towards the end of the fight, this will be nasty.
Rotate around the room, keeping the pools as close together as possible. At 30% health, he will enter a Blood Frenzy, which will increase his attack speed and the damage he does. Pop Bloodlust and have a cooldown ready for each roar.
Maintain the taunt rotation throughout the fight, switch off intercepting the charge, keep a level head during the Blood Frenzy, and you will honor one of Azeroth's mightiest defenders. This has been Tatva
and Tova with 2-minute tips by Line of Sight Gaming. Please like and subscribe and check out our other videos by clicking on any of these links.